If you got yourself a tape camera and you want to digitalize it, I'm going to tell you how. It's also the most realistic way of doing it. I see people online using the Power Play or other variants that you can see on the screen. But the thing is, one, they're never in stock, and two, I just find them way too expensive. And I'm going to have the full rundown of how to do this. First up, you're going to need a tape camera. I've got myself here the CCD TRV 59E Sony Handycam that came out in 2001. The reason why this is a perfect camera is you got night vision, torch included, brilliant 560x zoom, and I've even put myself on there a shoe mount for the screen to go on. You want to make sure this does have a shoe mount or some way to put it. If it doesn't, like my camera does, get yourself a shoe mount adapter and also some 3M double-sided sticky so you can put it on. And as you can see, it's just not falling off. I'm literally gripping and holding this thing. Pause. You're going to need a tripod phone mount that does have a shoe mount on it so you can place it inside. So you need a monitor to record it on. I have this one here, which is the DIGITNOW, and it works really, really well. It does record at 720p 60 FPS. It does say 1080p, but it's not. But it works really well. The files are very short. With this included 64 gig SD card, it's brilliant and you can hold hours of footage. I highly doubt that your computer or laptop has an SD card slot anymore, but you can get a USB one for pretty cheap. The TRV 59E uses the NPF, the 550 batteries. You can find with the newer generations of models, meaning more like 2003 onwards, they're a lot bigger, and on Amazon you can actually get the USB outputs so you can charge your screen up when you're using it. The battery life on this thing is about 2.5 hours using it and recording it, which is pretty good, but just always have a battery pack on with you just in case. Remember to check what your camera uses with the AV. For example, mine is mono and some are stereo. For the mono ones, it's only 2 outputs. So when you're recording it, it's going to be in your left ear, just annoying you that why is there no audio in my right ear? But that's easily done on Premiere Pro and Audacity. As the camera and the monitor are both single outputs, I had to buy a female for it to go in. Pause. And it works. It works really well and the picture quality is brilliant. I can fiddle around with the connectors and it's not making any issues. So just get the correct one. For some reason, when I got the RCA to 3.5mm, they gave me a 3.7, so just always double check that. There's also a weird interference issue where if the camera is too close to the actual screen, it has this weird ringing noise. So just turn the monitor all the way down and it stops that. Otherwise, it's going to be on your recordings. The alternative to this build is using a handheld stabilizer, which has an included shoe mount and works really, really well. For me, I think because the camera's bulky as it is, I don't want to put too much more on it, but I'm definitely going to make the cables look more nice because at the moment, it's not looking the most presentable, but it works really well though. Best part about this DIGITNOW monitor is that it records straight onto the SD card and you don't have to use any of the tapes on this camera. If anything, you don't even need to use the tapes. I always recommend that you press the display button when you are recording, otherwise it pops up with standby the whole time and you don't want to record your footage and you got that annoyingly in the middle. Remember to make sure if you are recording to the monitor to do this. So go on to player, go on to others, display, and you want V out and LCD because I've had that problem where I'm like, why is it not working? You have to do this first. The shots I have here of the gear changes in my brother's car, it looks amazing and it's so cool that I can have this digitally rather than having to do the tape, the VHS and record it. It goes straight onto the SD card. So now when you try and do your org videos, your car meets, and in total, just trying to have a bit of fun with like some skateboard videos, this is the perfect setup and this is the most realistic way of doing it. It's been your boy ShvrkBait. Thank you so much for watching and yeah, like, comment and subscribe.